Happy video day, guys. Christina, Brooke here. So today we're going to be trying out a brand new product that just launched. So this is from Fenty. So this literally just launched today. My store actually had it, so I went and picked it up. So this is the new Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. So you guys know a good tinted moisturizer always kind of gives me like a, ooh, I really want to try you, because I really kind of gotten into tinted moisturizers lately. And one from Fenty in such a cool little packaging really called my attention, so I went ahead and picked it up for you guys. In today's video, I'm going to be trying it on for the first time, giving you guys some close-ups, because we have a few things to talk about with this particular product, and I will be giving you guys all of my thoughts, wearing it for the whole day, and giving you guys the final results. So if you guys are excited, hit subscribe, join the family. I would love to see you again, and let's get into it. All right, so first let's start off with some facts about the product. So Sephora is saying that this is a lightweight, buildable, light to medium coverage skin tint that leaves the skin looking blurred, smooth, and has a bunch of different flexible shades. The coverage is supposed to be light, the finish is natural, and it's supposed to be easy to apply. They're also saying that you should apply it with your fingers. It does come in a bunch of different shades for being a tinted moisturizer or a lightweight foundation. And it's also retailing you $29.50. For the packaging alone, it actually has really nice packaging, guys. I really think it's beautiful. It comes in this really cute plastic container, and it also has a squeezy tube. So it's very convenient packaging for being a tinted moisturizer. These are like everyday type of products. So now that I've gone over the details about the product, let me quickly show you the demo, because I think in this particular one, it's good for you guys to see what I'm talking about and what we're gonna go through, and then I'm gonna give you guys some thoughts. All right, guys, we are zoomed in, and I'm ready to give this a go. Oh my goodness, this is exciting. So this is from Fenty. So this is what it looks like. This is what the outer packaging looks like. Really cool, very modern packaging. This is a typical Fenty packaging. I got it in the shade 7. I actually went into the store and picked this up. So my store was doing a soft launch, they called it. So I was able to pick this up through Reserve at my Sephora. Oh, what a cool bottle. This is pretty neat. So it looks just like this. That's a really cool looking bottle. It has a really cool shape, and it's plastic. So I kind of like it when tinted moisturizers are plastic and don't break, because I feel like tinted moisturizers are like everyday type of things, and they're not luxurious. You know what I mean? Like, this is like everyday makeup, so this is going to be thrown around. I don't know what it is about a tinted moisturizer that makes you want to be less delicate with it, but I feel like all my tinted moisturizers, I tend to throw them in my drawer. Bare Minerals, I throw it in my drawer. Chanel, I throw it in my drawer. Now my Fenty one, I will be throwing it in my drawer. So this is called, so the name of this is the Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. Ooh, I'm excited. So let's see first the color. So this is a really cool packaging. Honestly, very cool. I love that it's like a little squeezy tube. This is total tinted moisturizer feels, which is great. So that looks like it actually might be a really good color. I'm super excited. Yes, that looks like it's gonna be great. Yes, I'm so excited. So like I said, I got 7. I have a light medium skin tone. I have a little bit of warmth to my skin, but let's go ahead and try it on. Let's see what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it. That looks very exciting. How do I put this on? Do I put it on with my hands? Let me see what they say. Shake well and apply a few drops with your fingers or full-bodied foundation brush. Usually that's the case when you're working with tinted moisturizers. Since they're very lightweight and they also aren't supposed to provide the most coverage, you typically would use your fingers. I usually use my fingers with my Bare Minerals one. It's like the way I love to apply it. So I'm gonna do one side with my fingers, and then the other side I'll try using like a denser brush just to see which side I like more. And so far I really like the shade match. I think it's pretty much perfect. Matches my neck pretty good, so this is great. Oh, and that looks pretty, actually that looks really nice and radiant, and that looks pretty. But this actually did pretty good coverage, so nothing on the face, a little bit of this, you guys can see a pretty decent difference, so that's actually pretty exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a few drops like so on the skin, and then let's go in with a brush and let's see what the difference here is. Okay, so initial thoughts. With the brush, you're losing coverage, and I just feel like I mean, it doesn't look bad. It looks super skin-like, and it does like more of a smoothing effect. So maybe if you don't have discoloration, you might want to just go in with the brush. But me, who I do have like a little acne blemishes and stuff that I need to cover up, I actually like my fingers better. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off with my fingers. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. So the more I've built it up, the weirder it's kind of falling on my skin right now. I don't really like the way it looks around my pore area. If you guys can see, it's kind of like just sitting on top of my nose. Do you see that? Why is it doing that? Maybe I put too much on. So today I didn't use a primer. I did use a serum, but that was like probably 30 minutes ago. So it's definitely, in my opinion, needs a primer, which is not my favorite thing for a tinted moisturizer. I feel like tinted moisturizer is supposed to be very easy. Like, you just throw them on your skin and go. Like, I feel like I need to work a little harder with a foundation. I don't want to work too hard with a tinted moisturizer. So I do see a little bit of it getting like straight into my pores. Like, do you see it? It's like literally, it's on my pores. On my nose looks really ugly. Like right here it looks beautiful, and right here it looks beautiful, but anywhere that there's pores, I feel like it's sitting inside of the pores. So, and then also like on the sides of my nose that's a little bit more dry, I feel like it's kind of gathering. Let me go ahead and put on the rest of my face and makeup. Let's see how this turns out. I'm not thrilled right now, but let's see how this turns out. So give me 1 second and let's see what happens. Final face of makeup. Guys, this one's a little confusing. So I'm just gonna zoom you guys in. This is so this was supposed to be a tinted moisturizer, but this doesn't feel like one. This almost feels like a foundation, and I feel like my forehead wrinkles are pretty pronounced. If this would have been a lightweight foundation, I think I would have had a little bit of a different opinion, but this is supposed to be a tinted moisturizer. Now, the coverage that it gives you is good. You have very good coverage here, which I like, because even if it's a tinted moisturizer, I still want it to give me a little bit of coverage. So I was happy for that. The problem that I'm having, it almost feels like it's sitting on top of my skin, like almost like if I'm wearing a heavier foundation, like a thicker foundation. Like, I don't understand what's happening here. It also feels heavy on the skin. Like, I feel like I'm wearing makeup. When I first applied it, it looked pretty smooth and I was kind of happy with the way it looked. But as you try to get a little bit more coverage is probably where the problem is starting to happen. Like, almost like it's not buildable and it just kind of like sits on top of your skin. And if you go in like really easily and just put it on your face, you probably won't have this issue. But if you actually try to make your skin look a little better and maybe go in a little bit more, you start to feel it like just sitting on top. Now, the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, I get a really nice coverage and I can layer that one up and I don't feel like this. I don't feel heavy, and I also don't feel like it's like sitting on top. I feel like I've got dots on my nose. I got my Hourglass finishing powder and that kind of helped. And my skin looks a lot better right now, but it was after I used that powder. So for being a tinted moisturizer, I don't want to work that hard. That's my problem. You know, like if I'm going to go for a tinted moisturizer, that is because I am in a hurry. I just want to throw this on my skin. I want to walk out of my house, maybe put on some blush and go. But this, I would have to put a finishing powder on. I would have to dab it with a sponge to make sure that those little, areas that are on my nose wouldn't be there. I would probably even have to use a pore filling primer. That's too many steps for a tinted moisturizer. So I don't hate the way it looked. Well, I don't love the way it looks. Another thing is, why does it feel dry? But I feel like I see every line on my forehead. For being a tinted moisturizer, that doesn't happen to me. Usually when I use even the Bare Minerals one, I feel like my skin almost looks like very young. Like, wow, my skin looks so young because it feels like you hardly have makeup on. But this one, it's almost like I used a medium coverage foundation, even though it didn't give me that type of coverage, and it's like sitting on top and showing every line. I don't think that you need that for a tinted moisturizer. I am not loving this. Is this supposed to be a tinted moisturizer? So I just looked on the Fenty Instagram, like to just see maybe this isn't a tinted moisturizer. Maybe skin tint is just like a fun way of saying like a light coverage foundation. But no, it basically doesn't say tinted moisturizer anywhere, but it does say everyday makeup, very easy to use. Like they're describing it like a tinted moisturizer. So I'm gonna go with this is supposed to be a tinted moisturizer. And if that is the fact, it doesn't look like one. So anyways, I'm gonna wear this for the whole day. Let me do check-ins because sometimes makeup looks better as you wear it. I hate to say that for a skin tint or a tinted moisturizer because I feel like it should just look good right away, but let's see how this wears. Let's see how this wears. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. It does look really pretty on camera, so it probably doesn't have any flashback. That's probably because there is no SPF in it. Another thing that I do want to say is that this does have a natural finish, so definitely the natural finish I do think is true. It does feel a little bit drier, so it's definitely not hydrating. You don't have like that like very slicky look to the skin. It has more of a mattifiedness, which may be why I feel a little bit on the drier side, but my face feels a little bit sticky. So it's kind of like it hasn't even dried down yet. Looks more like a medium coverage foundation to me, but it's not giving me medium coverage, but it looks more like a medium coverage. Like sometimes these things sink into the skin and they start looking better throughout the day. So that's what I'm really hoping for this one. But yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, so it has been a good hour since I applied this. It's starting to look better, okay? Positive check-in. So it is starting to look a little bit better. It is not as predominant on my nose. I feel like it is sinking in a little bit more. This does not look super lightweight on the skin though. It does look a little heavier. Let's go ahead and see how it lasts throughout the rest of the day. But I just wanted to give you this positive update that it is looking a lot better. And even like the parts that were on my nose, like I feel like it kind of like has sunk in a little bit better. All right guys, so I wanted to do an outdoor check-in because I was actually coming out here to see what it looked like during daylight because I want to spritz my face because my face still looks a little bit like if I have a heavier foundation on, and I wanted to try spraying it to see if it would look better. But as I brought my mirror out, I'm doing some investigations here, I started to notice that I don't know what's going on with my nose here. Like almost like the foundation has worn off here and then I have strong coverage right here. I don't know, can you guys see that? I don't get that. Like, it's like I have foundation missing for 2 hours, I think it's been. 2 hours max. And I did use a finishing powder. So it's not like I didn't set my face. I used a finishing powder and it just, what happened here? I don't understand that. And it's only been 2 hours. So kind of like perplexed right now. The weird thing is that on certain parts of my skin, I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks right here, and I like the way it looks here. The nose, I can't stand. I don't like the way it looks on my nose. And my forehead's starting to look better. So I was like, okay, I think I could salvage this. If I spray my face right now, maybe this could be like a lightweight foundation for me, but what is going on here? All right, I'm gonna have to wear this for some more hours. We're gonna have to keep this wear test going because I'm like very perplexed right now. So final check-in. Okay, so the situation that happened on the nose got a little bit worse, and I did have my glasses on. It could be it's actually higher than my glasses. I don't even know, but basically all around here, I have no skin tint left around this area. And like, I almost feel like I have a lot here sitting and then like nothing here. I don't know what's going on there. Around the cheek area, it looks okay, but I still feel like it's a little bit sitting on top. The nose bunched up pretty good. I think if you have dry skin, this is probably not going to work for you because, man, it got to like the little dryness that I have on my nose, it like attached to it, you know? My forehead ended up looking a lot better with the time. And also here, everything ended up looking better with time. Like the foundation that like went into my pores, I feel like it's still kind of there a little bit. So here's the thing. So this is a skin tint, which I believe in the intention of being a tinted moisturizer. I feel like it gives you a nice light to medium coverage, and I feel like it kind of performs like a foundation. And if it was, in my opinion, if I was gonna go and just get something that kind of performed like a foundation, I would just go for the LYS foundation, which is really, really nice, and it doesn't do any of these things, and it's a foundation, and it gives you a nice medium coverage. It's weird because I feel like this has to compete with foundations more than it can compete with tinted moisturizers because of the way it reacts to the skin and the way that it's sitting on the skin. It just reminds me of a foundation. So like if it was in tinted moisturizer world, I would say there's a lot better tinted moisturizers out there that apply on the skin really nice. They don't do all these like little bunching and gathering things, and they feel really good on the skin, and you could use them like every day and feel fine. If anything, I would put this one into the category of a lightweight foundation because that's what it feels like on my skin, and that's what it's performing like. And in that category, I feel like there's better foundations. So this product is just like kind of like stuck there. It's not good enough to compete with some of my favorite tinted moisturizers, and it's not good enough to compete with some of my favorite lightweight foundations. In all honesty, it's nothing out of this world as of right now. I love the shade match. My goodness, Fenty does an amazing job with shade match. I don't think that there's another brand that matches my shade better than Fenty, but I still can't find a complexion product that I really love from them. I didn't tell you guys in the beginning of the video, but I do have very combo skin, so I have some areas that are dry and some areas that are oily. In the summer, it gets a little bit oilier, and I'm also in my mid-30s, so I do have some fine lines and wrinkles and stuff that, you know, will be a little bit more pronounced with a foundation that sits on top of the skin. So I kind of want to try this a few different ways. I just want to give it a little bit more of an opportunity. I'm also going to try just applying it really easily over the skin and not layering it up and not trying to build it up. Maybe just one very quick layer will look amazing. That's going to be my next test. So stay tuned. If you want to follow me on Instagram at Christina Brooke Beauty, I'm going to try wearing this again tomorrow and give you guys some updates over there. But I'll be doing a review follow-up. I'll give you guys a little bit more details. I'm going to keep wearing this. But that's my first impression thoughts, and that's where I'm thinking as of right now. Let me know if you guys have tried this skin tint, if you guys liked it, or if there was any ways that you guys manipulated it to kind of work a little better. Let me know and let your friends know down below. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.